Okay, good Friday practice out there. Guys are working hard, preparing hard, spending extra time in the meeting room, walk through, practice, and then got another day tomorrow to put some finishing touches on the game plan and really let it crystallize so we can go out there and play fast. Great challenge, as we all know. Tough team coming in to our house, really well coached, very, very balanced team, offense, defense, special teams, just a really good challenge for us. So, like I mentioned before, you got to be about your business versus this team. So, looking forward to the challenge, and with that, I'll take any questions.
Davion said he was close yesterday. He needs another week.
He's not going to make it this week.
What's your response to the 26 civil lawsuit being filed against Deshaun Watson yesterday?
I don't have much to comment. I know the league put out a statement, but I have no comment.
Did Jadeveon just have a setback in the game? He added a couple injuries to the ankle. What happened to him?
Yeah, I don't know that I want to get specifics, Mary Kay, with injuries, but he just felt like he couldn't make it this week.
Winning is that, considering just how good he is?
Yeah, as you know, Mary Kay, you want all your guys to make it to the game. This is the league. The guys are injured. Happens to every team. You lose your guys sometimes in pregame. Sometimes you lose them during practice. It just, you got to move on.
Sunday, Jadeveon just mentioned that the game circumstances blew through the pitch count for him. Is that what kind of caused a little bit of a setback here?
No.
Joe Haig back in the protocol. Is it he's got a concussion?
Yes.
He had one a couple weeks ago. Were they both from practice?
Yes.
Do you know how he's doing? Like, two within a couple weeks, it kind of.
Yeah, obviously, anytime you're talking about those type of things, you take them very seriously, and we'll follow every protocol in this case.
We talk about how well coached other teams are, but is there something special about or different about a Bill Belichick coach team?
Yeah, I think obviously I've a ton of respect for Coach Belichick and their entire staff. I think they have a really good coaching staff. So I think across the board, they play disciplined, sound schemes. They have good technique, those type of things. So it definitely shows up on tape.
When you have to be without Ward, at least do you feel pretty good about the depth that you have at cornerback, how MJ's been playing, and now Greedy coming back?
Yeah, I think, as you know, Mary Kay, all your corners are going to play throughout the season. So young guys are continuing to get better. Greedy makes it back for this game. We'll see, obviously what he can give us. But it's throughout the season, you're going to use all those guys, so it's really all hands on deck.
Any update on Deion's potential, whether we're status for Sunday?
Yeah, he's working hard. We'll see about the game, but I know he's working very hard in the meeting room, working very hard on the field, so we'll see how it goes over the next 48 hours.
What's impressed you the most about how quickly he's picked things up when coming out?
Well, he's a vet. He's played a lot of football. He's played a lot of football in a similar scheme too, down there in Atlanta with Dan Quinn, Jeff Ulbrich. There's a lot of similarities schematically. Certain things we call, they called it. Coach Tarver knows all the language from that previous system as well, so he can translate for him. So he's a vet. He's a pro. He's getting it.
Do you have any better idea if Mac Jones or Bailey Zappi will face you?
I don't. Do you?
We'll see, said Bill Belichick today. I guess he's practicing again. Today is limited, but they might run it right up until game time. I think.
And again, we have to prepare for both guys, and there's season plus worth of tape on Mac Jones, Bailey Zappi. We have watched a lot of his college tape. Obviously, watched the games that he's played this season. Two good players are different in their own right, but two really good players. Zappi, I've been very impressed. He's run their offense really well, making plays outside the pocket, getting the ball out of his hands, all those type of things. So either guy, they're both talented. So we have to be about our business.
Year's game against New England, following the game, seemed to be a turning point for the defense. They were able to really get it together and finish the season strong. So I guess when you look at that situation, do you feel, is that what gives you confidence that all these issues the defense has had in the first 5 games, that you guys will be able to iron those out and kind of finish the way you did a year ago?
I think more than anything, Darryl, it's as a team you have to put it all together. You have to play good offense, good defense, good special teams. You got to coach well. You got to do all the simple little things like we've talked about this week, because all those little things add up to the big thing. So for me, I just think as a team, we got to play well.
I know we've talked about Martin before, but just what's he shown in these first, 5 games that gives you confidence if he needs to take on an expanded role without
Emerson?
Yeah.
Yeah, I go with him. I go back to the spring. I really do. I think he impressed us right away in understanding of techniques. Obviously, physically a gifted kid, and then played well in the preseason. Carried it over into games. He is a rookie. He's going to continue to get better. He's going to have some things that he's seeing for the first time, and that's no surprise when you're dealing with rookies. But I like how he's wired, and I think he's understands how we want to play, those type of things.
Kevin, we spoke to Joe Woods yesterday, and he said he doesn't listen to the outside stuff. People are obviously, and he admitted he's frustrated. There's talent on that side of the football. They're not playing well. Just what have you seen out of him during a bit of a rough stretch for the defense?
Yeah, I think our entire defensive staff want to be problem solvers, whatever it is, in game, out of game. We know there are things that we absolutely want to shore up, and that's what we do. You get in the meeting rooms and you start watching the tape, you start talking, you get on the whiteboard, and you figure out how to fix what the ill is for that particular moment. But that's how we operate as coaches. So that's kind of our mentality.
With the offensive line that they have and a good left tackle, the ripple effect on Myles Garrett is pretty big when his buddy Jadeveon doesn't play, right?
Yeah, I mean they're good up front. They're physical. They'll obviously have a plan for Myles, and as teams do, they'll try to get a beat on where he is and get the ball out of the quarterback's hands, those type of things. But when in this case, you're looking for some guys to step up. Guys are going to get increased reps, but they've gotten increased reps. We've seen those guys in there. So just have to be the best versions of themselves. They don't have to be anybody else.
You guys said you haven't lost confidence in Cade York, but how have you seen him respond throughout this week mentally as he's preparing for his next game?
Yeah, he's done a great job. Kicked it well out there today. Ton of confidence in the kid. He has a ton of confidence in himself.
About Cam's question, you were in Minnesota with Daniel Carlson, and I asked Mike Prefer about this yesterday, and just how much has that experience kind of helped you as you go through with what Cade's going through right now?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's not just that situation. Rookie kickers, it's hard to just show up and make everything every single time. That's not realistic, and we understand that, and Cade's no different than any one of our rookies. We anticipate those guys to get better. They're not finished products, so that's how I look at it.